Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to an early morning coffee talks. We here. We knocking on the door right at the brink of 2025. And I'm excited, man. I am very excited. I hope that you are as well. Um, Let me just say, this has been a fascinating year. It has been a very growth driven year. A lot of changes, positive. Now, honestly, not too many negative changes, actually. Um, this has been the year for me. Just a change in growth. And there's always levels to it. There's always more work to put in, right? But that's the point of it all. Just as the seasons change, just as we get older, just as we grow taller, wiser, hopefully, um, you know, that's just part of life, man. And I've accepted that a long time ago. Was it always in the forefront? It wasn't. We think we're going to be young forever sometimes until, we start to really get up in age and start to see how our bodies are affected, our minds are affected, and just the relationships are affected around us. And right, as I just reflect, I just want to say I hope that you guys have had similar experiences where it was more positive than negative, in 2024. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody, the 131 subscribers, everybody who, watches my videos, tune in, occasionally, whatever it is, right? I just want to say I appreciate y'all. For me, when I started this YouTube officially, and committed in 2024, I would say, yeah, part of it was my homeboy asked me this, and I think I mentioned I had to reflect a little bit. He was like, do you think that doing YouTube kind of helped hold you accountable a little bit? And I'm still on the 80% no, but I would say 20% yes. But I say 80% because if I wasn't doing YouTube right now, I'd still be locked in. I still would be locked in because that switch went off in my brain. And there's been a couple of different times in my life, throughout my life, whereas I've had that growth switch, right? This is the third time it's happened. The first time was when I was 16, right? I think the second time was like between 24 and 26. I think that was the second time. And now, where I am now, it happened this year, so I'm very grateful. But I knew it. There's this feeling that you get, and that you feel like something's coming. And when the first time I felt that switch, right, I didn't know what it meant. I thought it was just something crazy going on when I felt it. But then when it happened, it was like, oh, it kind of was like an aha moment. And, I was kind of shown this is what that feeling meant, right? The build up to it. And the first and second time, the first time I wasn't able to be conscious to track it, like how long it took, what was going on, It just kind of happened. I don't want to say out of nowhere, but unbeknownst to me, it just kind of happened. And then the second time, I felt the build up on it. And the third time, this go around, I felt the build up on it. This time took a little bit longer. It was different, but it was worth it. And if I'm speaking kind of in circles, let me get specific. When I say like the build up, meaning like there's this gut feeling, right? That was in my gut just churning like, hey, something's about to change within you. And so I constantly had that feeling. And but what's funny is I've always asked for this, which is interesting. I remember praying for like more wisdom and just to be more self-driven. I've always asked God for this. Like even when I was younger, like I remember when I first like became conscious of really praying. You know, you go to church when you're younger and they tell you pray. You don't really know what it means. You know what I mean? You do it because they told you to do it. But when things happen in your life, you know, it starts to become more clear on why you do things, right? And so that's what kind of led me up to this year, and things became more clear. But the change, I would say, to unlock that gut feeling was me putting in the work and starting to listen more to God, right? Start listening more to myself versus being afraid of myself. And when I first had that first switch, that's what unlocked kind of me, right? It was a situation where when it hit me, you know, I was just in a situation where I thought about my whole life, right? I accepted who I was at that time. I accepted all my flaws, my relationships, everything. I just was at a crossroad in a moment where I just had my whole life play in front of my mind and my heart and stuff like that. And it was very scary to really look at yourself, who you were and who you are at that time, and just accept that you ain't shit. You know what I mean? You ain't did nothing, and you moving like shit. You ain't. And again, I'm talking when I was like 16, right? I was just moving weird as hell, man. Just very. I should have been in jail. Let me just say that I was moving bad at 16, but you know, thank God, man, he wasn't finished with me. You know what I mean? So, but I also still had the choice to make to keep going down the same path or make the change, right? I was given the option. And so I chose the right path, thank goodness. But fast forwarding back to where I am now, today in 2024, the reason I bring this up, I know a lot of us probably has had that feeling as well, you know, where something has to change. And so hopefully, the run up this last 2 weeks, I think we've been speaking about it, that you guys have been praying for change and really looking deep inside yourselves to look for change, look for things to change within yourselves, because it is a lot of work. Don't get, man, listen, it's a lot of work, and it could be scary. I remember the first time when, like I said, telling this backstory, I remember the first time just looking at yourself for who you are. It is very scary because you had to face yourself, and there's nobody else there. There's no lies to be told. You have to face yourself, you know. And this happened to me at 16, you know. But you have to face yourself. You have to basically strip yourself spiritually naked, right? You have to strip yourself down and look at all your flaws, look at all your choices, look at all your relationships, and just accept it. You just got to eat it and be like, dang, you just got to eat it. Because at that point, you can't hide from yourself. You can't hide from God in a sense, you know, and you just have to give in. You have to give in and just tell yourself, like, look, this is who I am. This is who I am. This is where I am at. But I'm willing to change to move away from this place, right? To move away from 2024 because I didn't do what I needed to do. I didn't put the work in. And again, the work's never finished, right? Just like life continues to go on, it's never a finished product. But we can get better. All right, so listen, 2025 is right here knocking on the door. I guess the point of this message today was, you know, get better going to next year. Get better. And I would say, man, take the time out today to just meditate, reflect, pray, whatever. Even if you don't make any plans, just reflect. Be like, man, did I Did I become the person I wanted to be this year? Did I do the things I wanted to do this year? Did I really push myself this year? Did I put the work in? And I've shared with you guys what that looked like, putting in the work. Being consistent to do with just doing things you know you're supposed to do. It's not that serious, it's not that deep. It's really not. Things are very simple, man. I think a lot of us attempt to overcomplicate things. We try to pull rabbits out of a hat about our excuses that we make for ourselves, you know? But life is very simple when you really look at it in the grand scheme of things. So, again, like I said, I want to say I appreciate you guys. I hope that I was able to give some value this year. A lot, I guess the 131 of you guys who locked in, who subscribed. I pray there's more to come. And yeah, I will see y'all in the new year. I will see y'all in 2025. And we're going to continue to put the work in. I hope that y'all, stay with this journey that I'm on. As again, I have a lot that I'm attempting to put into motion. I think it will happen. We'll see, right? We'll see how the time tells. Nothing's guaranteed in this life. But for now, again, happy New Year's Eve. And, drop a comment below. Subscribe to the Husband Code if it's your first time or if you've been watching for a while. Also hit a like on the video and hit the notification bell because 2025 is going to be a great year. And until then, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.